Hello, everyone. I'm Christian Cheney, and this is my senior portfolio presentation. Okay, so just to start off with a little bit about me. So I'm majoring in communication at Appalachian State University, which is really one of the best decisions I have made in my life, while not just being a beautiful campus and having a wonderful, competent staff. It pushed me to grow in a lot of areas that I was weak in while I was here. And actually, upon graduation, I plan on completion of my contingency plan with Northstar Resource Group, joining on as a financial advisor and be working in their medical division, where I hope to grow and become an effective financial manager and one day eventually become a partner of Northstar Resource Group. Today, what we're going to be going over is a collection of works that I have brought together that show what I have learned throughout my time here at Appalachian and show off some of the skills that I have acquired while I've been here. Up at the top, I have here my client relations coordinator. That is my current status with Northstar, and that's generally what they assign to people who are transitioning out of college and people who not quite have gotten all their certifications yet. But I'll be getting my BA in Communication Studies, and I'm also a Sports Science and Coaching minor. Moving on, here's my resume. It's just a simple resume. I wanted to keep it easy, make it a quick read for people while they're clicking through my website. Here, just a little professional info. It's just talking about me transitioning from college. While in college, I have gotten a lot of bartender experience and working in restaurant experience, and for most college students, you wouldn't suggest that they put that on their final resume while they're transitioning out of college. But my situation's a little different, where I just wasn't a server at the restaurants that I worked at. I was also a manager. I did a lot of handling money at both restaurants, and I was actually given a lot of responsibility in closing, making sure everything was locked up at night. So I had a lot more responsibility than your normal college student would while I was working at these restaurants. And this final one is just Northstar Resource Group Client Relations Coordinator, because I am technically an employee of them now. And there's where I hope to find my niche and better myself as a person after college. Also here on the right side, I have some of the skills, certain certifications I've gotten while in college. I'm Hootsuite certified, which is a service that allows you to tweet out from multiple venues and allows you to time out tweets. And I'm also, through my crisis management class, I have become FEMA certified in these 3 different areas. Moving on to some of the works and stuff that I did in college. Up here at the top is going to be a little group of videos. I'm not really going to go through those right now because they're hours. There's probably about 20 minutes worth of video just here up front, and I really don't have time today. But just looking at it in general, whoopsie daisy. But you click on it, it goes into full screen mode, and I'm not going to play them right now. But this is an interview that I did with one of the strongest men in Boone after he had just competed for the North Carolina Strongest Man. And that's what I did. And then my second video I have here is a video that I did working with 2 other senior communication studies majors. And the video is a voter PSA trying to mobilize college students to go out and vote. One big thing that we tried to focus on here was making sure that it was non-biased and that we were trying to get everybody to vote, but not trying to sway them one way in their vote. And this is a quick one. We'll watch this one, but this will be the only one that we watch. And as you see there, I mean, there's some editing that we had to do there. There's a lot of different things that went into making that. And a lot of skills that I had to develop that I wasn't actually personally comfortable with going into it. Here is another video that I had to create for my sports science part of my major. And this is just a video that we had to make as a silent video that is encouraging kids to eat their veggies. And I actually had to present this to an 8th grade classroom. This actually shows some of my editing skills and some of me working with animations. And not just recording people standing in front of a camera. And finally, this last one is a advertisement I had to create for the for my advertising class, and is encouraging people to go eat more Skittles, basically. And it's a Skittles advertisement, doing a correlation between the two, why people should eat more Skittles. And right down below that, I have a rationale of why I chose each of the videos to put in. Because there's more videos that I've made in college, but I feel like these were the 4 most appropriate. And also, we actually put that video that I showed you was actually put on App TV, which was something I'm kind of proud of in what we did. Moving along, some more skill projects. Actually, a part of my sports science and coaching minor, I had to teach a class here at Appalachian, and this is what I had to present to my class after I taught some of my peers, some of the students who were my age in these classes. And a lot of this is just the data that we had collected, because we had to do testing at the beginning and the end of the class to see if the class showed improvement. And we use several basic things. I just have it all laid out here. Like, we have stuff like exit surveys that we did with them. EARS score is going to be like their basic scores on easy skills, simple skills, and just showing their improvement throughout the semester. And I'm really proud of this because it took me a long time to lay this out into like an infographic form that's easy to put up in front of people so people can read, they can click it, move through it, have some references down here in the corner, and then I had my goals listed. And this is a really good analysis and showing how I can break down information from a large set of data, because I taught this class for half a semester on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So there's a lot of data that we were collected over that time. Also moving down is my, I created this brochure for an infographic, because brochures are really the original infographic, and one of the first things that come to my mind when I think infographic, not just computer-based. So here it is. I mean, it's just a simple little pamphlet that just teaching people how to wash their hands. And like, I took the pictures offline, and you got them from WikiHow, and just used the pictures that I found on the internet to create a little thing that'd be easy, like to hand people out. You could hang them in a bathroom or something, and it's like how to tell people how to wash their hands, or if you need, or wash their eyes. I'm sorry, and how to do it. So like if you're ever, you could put these at schools if you mess up and like have like a chemical spill of any sort, so you know how to fix people and give them the best chance of like not having a serious injury. Moving on, I'm gonna show you some of my samples of some of the stuff I did in writing while I've been in school at App. This first one right here at the top, is the paper I wrote for my persuasion, and it's more of like an analysis of persuasion course, where we learn how people persuade and what makes different forms of persuasion effective. And this also shows a lot like referencing other papers and citing other papers, because we had to work with a lot of different readings in this class, and we had to conglomerate them into a paper and justify why we thought what we thought. And I thought these papers were great in showing that I'm able to do that. Another big writing thing that we did, and this isn't as much as writing samples, just like an example of something that I've done that's a big work that I put a lot of work into and that I'm personally proud of. And this is a crisis communication plan that we made in my crisis communication class. and we had to choose a local business and take a problem that they could have and have a crisis plan for that problem. And when we're doing that, we're just making we're just working with them and creating a plan. So like if something ever did worst case scenario happen, this is what they would do. This is where they would find like stuff like emergency personnel numbers, media that they would have to contact, where they would have everybody collect at, and just like some supplies and just like other simple things that like we pre-wrote them a news release or something to tweet out if they had major problems, and what your like key messages want to be if something happened, and such a scenario like that, so a company can be prepared for worst case scenario happening. Moving on, I wanted to really show in this a lot of the stuff that I did at Appalachian. I didn't want to just show just communication things because there's a ton of stuff that I've done while I've been here, and so I really enjoy showing you what I've done. So another one here is we had to conduct here up in the top left. We had to conduct a stress management seminar for Google. And this was a fake scenario, but we had to lead a whole class in doing it. And so basically we started off just like talking about demographics, breakup of demographics, what causes stress, and like a survey that we would hand out to everybody. And so we ended up, we led it for the class and just like, we ended up teaching them different techniques for handling stress. And then we just ended up citing all our sources here, and we ended up having to teach a class period on this and working on these techniques and being interactive with the class. Another one was for my advertising part. Since I did just communications or comm studies, I worked with this, and I also worked in advertising. I worked in just working with people in general, and I also worked with PR. And this is a presentation that we did for a possible ad campaign to get more foot traffic in local malls and at local Disney stores, the physical stores that they have in malls. And we had to choose our target demographics, some secondary audiences that would be the people that are getting them there, what we were going to key in on trying to get people in. And basically what we came to as a group is we were going to start having Disney for a day type experiences at these places where we kind of go above and beyond and have like characters from different Disney series show up, and we'd tweet about it and get everybody excited about it. So it'd be like one of the big things with going to Disney is people getting to interact with the characters and take pictures with characters, and we'd want to create that same experience just at the local stores, trying to get more people to come in and spend more time in our stores and effectively spend more money. Down here in my bottom left corner, I have just a little write-up that I did for my shadowing experience. As part of me graduating here at Appalachian, they required me to shadow a professional in my industry. And I went towards my mentor, who's going to be my mentor at North Star Resource Group, as my person I shadowed. And I actually shadowed them on October 20th. And he has some clients that came, and I spent the day with them just observing, walking around, following them, seeing how he interacted with them and trying to learn from that interaction and grow not just in my communication from what I picked up from him, but into skills that I would carry into my career at North Stars Resource Group. And this is another thing I'm proud of. It's the same group of people I worked with for my case study in my crisis communication class. And it's just a breakdown of Roseanne Barr writing a racist tweet several months back, which ended up getting her show canceled by ABC. And we just discussed how ABC handled it, if it was the correct way to handle it. And basically Roseanne Barr called somebody, a person who was American, said she looked like an Islamic monkey, in short.